Okay, I'm here in Quincy and Lincoln Douglas Debate Square. It's a little busy area in the center of the older part of town where there's Washington Park, and then here is the debate statues. And here the debate statues are this big block of bas relief that sits in this area of the park. And you see there's Lincoln standing and Douglas sitting with some people sitting there listening. So this is the sixth debate site, the second to last. And Quincy is in the kind of the center of the state, west, all the way over west to the Mississippi River. So it's further north than the other debates that I've talked about so far. And because it's further north, as you got further north, the arguments dropped, Douglas especially dropped a lot of his very racist language that he had been using in the south part of the state, painting Lincoln as a white supremacist and a black Republican, an abolitionist, because that played better in the south, which was in the southern part of the state, which was much like the south. The northern part of the state was more northern and been populated by northern people, and the center was sort of a mix. But here the arguments, they really pushed, and Douglas really pushed, the fact that the Constitution allowed slavery. In fact, he argues that the Constitution and the founders made the country half slave and half free. Lincoln's counter-argument was that the Constitution and the founders, it didn't make it half slave and half free. They found it to be slavery. Was already there when they were trying to make the Constitution, and they couldn't figure out how to get rid of it. And so they wrote into the Constitution a couple of clauses that are kind of vague, that don't mention slavery or the word slave, because they didn't want it there when slavery would disappear, which they thought it would. So eventually they thought that slavery would just die away under its own weight and its immorality, but it didn't. And part of the reason that it didn't is because of the cotton gin and the growth of the slavery in the United States. It grew instead of falling away. So that's a topic for another discussion. But here in Quincy, you can see the people standing above me. And what we'll do is we'll go to the next stage. I think Freeport is my next debate site in a couple of days. Before that, I'll be in Peoria. So I'll be back.